Okay, this is the warm up. Here we go. Why is my cursor not working though? Hello, come on. All right, here we go. Negative 150. Well, if I go in the positive direction, I go all the way around to here. So that same amount in the negative direction takes me to 210, like Hunter said, okay? Now it just wants the sign. How does it go again? Cosine, sine, x, y, and tangent is? Did you know it's slope? Tangent is slope, y over x, okay? Okay, so sine over cosine or y over x. All right, back to this. The sine is what, guys? At this spot, negative 1/2. All right, number 2, negative 240. You want, you could add 360 to that and get positive what? 120. So we're at this spot right here. What's the sign? Positive square root of 3 over 2. 5 pi over 4. Well, I know pi over 4 is 45, so if I start counting around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be in this quadrant, right? Cosine, just the x, so it's negative square root of 2 over 2. Okay, now we're getting to a reciprocal function, right? So we have to go to 5 pi over 6, which is here. And cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. So the sine at this spot was 1/2. So the cosecant is 2 over 1 or 2. If you're confused, please let me know ASAP, okay? You want to change this to degrees? Do you want to change it to positive? What do you want to do when you see this? Because any of those things can happen. If you go positive 7 pi over 4, it was all the way to here, right? That's how I think of it. And then I go, oh, but wait, I was supposed to go negative. So I must be going all the way around to here, yes? Is that too confusing? You need me to go to degrees? You good? Okay. So we're at this spot. Tangent. Tangent is y over x. If I put that garbage over that garbage, because it's all the same garbage, I'm going to get positive 1, yes? Not negative 1, right? Because I was in quadrant 1 when I went in the negative direction. Okay. Cosine of 90. X coordinate right up there is 0. We good so far? All right. What happens when we have a reciprocal and a negative and it's got a square root? Oh my goodness. Okay. So we go negative pi over 4 is just down here, right? Okay. What did I tell you about denominators? Well, no, this is not, sorry, just kidding. That was when we're doing reciprocal or tangent or cotangent. Just kidding. Okay. We need the secant, so we need what? Yes, cosine flipped over. Okay. The cosine is square root of 2 over 2. We went this way, negative pi over 4, so we're here. So when we flip it over and we rationalize, what happens? 2 square roots of 2 over 2, which is just square root of 2. Make sure you simplify completely, okay? All right. For some reason, I'm going up and down. Sorry, but I'm on 9 here. Cosecant 4 pi over 3. All right, 4 pi over 3 is down here. Which one am I flipping over? Sine, which is the y value. So I end up with 2 over square root of 3, but it's negative somewhere. What is that going to simplify to? 2 square roots of 3 over 3, but it has to be negative. Don't lose that sign. Okay. Oh, lovely. 14 pi over 3 is off our circle, isn't it? How can we deal with that? Yeah, we could subtract 2 pi. Do you want to just change it to degrees? You got a calculator? Doesn't matter to me. What would most of you do? Change it to degrees? Okay, replace this pi with a 180 and that'll be your degrees. 14, okay. 14 times 180 divided by 3 is 840. Then what? Subtract 360 a couple times, which is 720, or we're to 1. Hello? Yes? Okay. Did you just text Mom? I want to go home. Okay, honey. We're just having a work day anyway, okay? 120. So we're right here, yes? Did you have a question for me? It was on the table back there. If it's not, somebody might have put it on the table over there. I don't have it. All right. We're at this spot, right? We're still doing, okay, tangent. This is the one I want to talk about. We talked briefly yesterday, but what happens to those denominators? Yeah, they will always cancel out. So you can just put the y over the x and ignore the denominator. So we get square root of 3 over negative 1, or just negative square root of 3. We okay? It's cosine sine. It's alphabetical order is how I remember that. You good? Okay. All right, tangent negative 150. Well, 150 is all the way around almost to 180. Negative would be this way. I think I need to erase a little bit. You guys find that answer and then we'll talk about if you got it right. Negative 150 is here, yes? What'd you get for tangent? Tangent is y over x, right? Am I at the right spot? Y over x is just negative 1 over negative square root of 3. Did you do it with the whole thing? You can ignore the denominators, remember, but if you don't and you flip this one over, you still get the same thing because when you divide, you flip the second one over, okay? Anyway, so what is this going to simplify to? It was dead silent when I asked what you got, guys, so positive square root of 3 over 3, right? Because they were both negative. Everybody okay? Okay, sine 3 pi over 4. Everybody okay? Cosecant negative 360. Well, negative 360 is just 0. Cosecant, though, is 1 over the sine. What is the sine? So 1 over 0. Use your calculator if you're not sure. If you leave it 1 over 0, I'm going to mark it wrong. I need to know, is it undefined or is it 0? But the answer is it is undefined. Division by 0 is undefined. Some of you want to write this. Guys, when you check this problem, 6 over 2 equals 3, you do 2 times 3 equals 6, right? Does 0 times 0 equal 1? No, that's why this doesn't work, or one reason it doesn't work. All right, moving on, we're almost done. I'll let you pick. I'm going to give you 60 seconds to get some of these done, as many as you can, and then I'm going to pick on you and see if you got one right. You can pick whichever one you want to give me. Well, just get some of them done at least. All right. Melanie, pick anyone you want to tell me. Okay. For 13, I changed it to degrees and then added some 360s till I got to 30. Did someone get that or not? 30? So what did you get for an answer, Melanie? Square root of 3 over 2. Do anybody not have that for number 13? Okay. Negative 8. I probably typed it wrong. Plus 720 plus 360. Okay, I added it 3 times. That's all. Yep, you could do negative 150 or positive 210. It's the same thing. We good? Yep. The good question. Why don't you finish that one, Isaac? What did you get for a secant then? If we're at negative 150 or positive 210, okay, so we need to flip this cosine mess over, right? So you got negative 2 square root of 3 over 3. That seems right. Everybody good? Becca, pick one. Okay. So the ordered pair at negative 360 is 1, 0. So when we put y over x, we get this, which is indeed 0. Good job. Michael, pick one. Okay. Okay, cotangent. Okay, I did 19 times 180 divided by 6 and then subtracted off a bunch of stuff and I got 210 just to try to get us there faster. And 210 was down here. Cotangent is x over y, so it's negative square root of 3 over negative 1, which is positive square root of 3. Everybody agreeing with Michael? Who got that far? I know some of you probably didn't. Reagan, you got one for me? Nope, should be positive in that quadrant, right? That's always a good check at the end, right? To check your quadrant and do your, all students take calculus, make sure you got the sign right, because that's going to be painful when you got to do a retake because you got all the signs wrong. 17 is 2. Cosecant. Okay, I got it to 150. Cosecant is 1 over sine. That seems right. Any questions there? Yeah, Andrew. Go ahead. Okay, 16. 5 pi over 6 is here. Negative would take it down here. And it's just the sign, right? Yeah, negative 1 over 2 or negative 1/2. Is that what you said? Negative 1 over 2? I was like, what do we got left? 19 and 18. Bati, you got one? Cosecant 5 pi over 4. Down here is a flip of sine. So it's 2 over, yeah, which is just negative square root of 2 when it all simplifies. We good? Trinity, do you have 18? That's the only one left. Sorry. Sine at 150. Uh-oh. I think that's cosine, isn't it? Did I do this wrong, guys? Did someone else get that it's 1? $18. Okay. Negative 7 times 180 divided by 3 is negative 420. If I add 360, I get negative 60. Yeah, what is that? Well, if you add 360 again, then you should be at 300, not 150. Yes, I did this wrong, I think. I typed something wrong. So you are probably right. So now I have sine of 300, which is square root of 3 over 2, and it's y in that quadrant, so it's negative, yes? Is that what y'all had? Okay. We good? Is that more than enough practice on that? There's a lot of possible answers for those though, right? So practice, practice, practice. Okay. The only other thing I wanted to talk about today, just kidding. I don't want to pause that. What did I do? No, it's recording. Go away. I wanted to switch. Anybody want to do this? Come up and fill this in. Any part of it you want? Somebody want it? Ariana, come up and do one part, whether it's the ordered pairs, the degrees, the radians, whatever you want. Is it not calibrated? Do you want to calibrate it quick? That's weird, yeah. You're good. I should have made it smaller anyway. Okay. Let me see if I can, if I make this smaller, does that make it better or worse? All right, well, anyway, those are the degrees. Who wants to do the next part? Go ahead, Sam. What do you got? I have a weird little thing you can use for the ordered pairs. Go ahead. Yes. But you know the left-hand method? All right, let's just take a moment to calibrate. Here, push the question mark on there. And then go orient. Yep. I've done it with my finger. Notice we all moved our heads for you. Did everybody see that? Okay. All right. Do you want to fix that one? Maybe that one's pretty bad. Who's next? Is that all you're going to do for us, or are you going to do the rest of the ordered pairs too? Do you know the left-hand method, guys? If you put your left hand up and you put this finger down, the first finger for the first angle, okay? You have a 3 and a 1, right? Yeah. So it's square root of 3 is the first one and 1 is the second one. So the first ordered pair is square root of 3 over 2 and, okay? Put square root of 3 and 1 over 2, okay? Now, you go to the next, guys, you go to the next one, you put this finger down, and you got 2 and 2. Square root of 2 over square root of 2. Now you go to the next one, you put this finger down, and you have 1 and 3. It's guys, they're actually all square roots, because the square root of 1 is, okay. And now use your symmetry, right? It just, and symmetry doesn't mean, no, it doesn't flip. It just, it's the same. So there we go. Because that's a 60-degree reference angle, right? Yeah. Some of you are good with colors. I always see Ariana. I'll put some color on in a second, but all right, that's good. And we'll just stop there for a second. When we talk about color, this is a 60-degree reference angle, and so is this one. So they have the same ordered pair. Do you see that? Okay. This is a 30, and so it has the same ordered pair here, just the sign changed. So these two are also the same ordered pair because they're reference angle 30. You good? Anybody need any more? Okay. We okay? All right. I'm really worried because we didn't talk about this yesterday. The quiz has this. What all is positive in this quadrant? Yeah. And you can just list, I'll go with, you can do sine, cosine, tangent. Is that all right? And none. I suppose you could write all and none. Okay. What's positive and negative in this quadrant? Sine is positive, and therefore cosecant, you can just do sine, cosine, and tangent if you want. And cosine and tangent are negative. Okay? And when we get down here, positive is tangent, negative is sine and cosine, and over here, positive and negative is what I was trying to write. Positive is cosine, sine, and tangent. We good? Okay. All right. So this quiz is tomorrow. There is a practice one on 10B, I think.